Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers and sisters, there's one thing which is movement, another thing which is progress. So if somebody makes some movement, doesn't mean that they're progressing. Let me give you a quick example. If you have your children playing outside and they're running around, just because they're running around doesn't mean that they're getting progress. You can run around all day and play games or whatever. You're making movement, but you're not making progress. Progress is when you're achieving something. And when we humans understand that, then you realize that some of the things that we're doing might not be really benefiting us. So let's just say, for example, you're getting WhatsApp messages and you're reading loads of WhatsApp messages, you're reading, current day information, you're making movement in understanding all of this. It doesn't really make progress. Okay, updating yourself with hundreds of videos and hundreds of articles and knowing so much about what's going on doesn't make you make progress in terms of making change. Okay, when Allah Azza wa Jalla said in the Holy Quran, "Amilu salihat, innal ladhina amanu wa amilu salihat," those who believe and do good actions. Okay, He didn't just say do actions; He said good actions, because there are many actions on the earth that supposedly or seem to be good, but they're not probably salihat, they're not probably from those good actions that you would get rewarded for. Again, what's needed is progress and not just movement. If you're in your house and in your house, you're there, you're sitting down and you use a lot of time for certain things that you're doing, but when you do those things, notice one thing. Some people, they will start off, they'll come home, they'll sit in the living room and they might sort of see the TV or something, or they might just get on the smartphone and start watching something, and then they might pick up a newspaper or a magazine, and then they might go into the living room or the kitchen area, and they might just take something out of the fridge, have a tea or whatever. When them doing all of this, think about the whole day's progress, because most people who make a change in their life, they'll have a task list to do. They won't idle around and they won't do haphazard things. They won't do things like, picking up the newspaper or looking at the smartphone and checking some social media and then checking it again after 20 minutes and checking it again after another 15 minutes. People who make progress don't do that. People who just make movement might do that. And please don't confuse one for the other. Don't confuse one for the other. You could go on a journey, and if you're going in the shortest route towards your journey and you're continuously moving, then you're making progress. But if you're moving, but if you're not actually getting towards your target, or you're taking the longest route, or you're stopping by so many times, you're not making good progress. Okay? Now that's with life. Now let me take you to a larger thing. Okay? How many of us have got days going on, days and weeks and years and whatnot going on, where we feel we're so busy. We're so busy, oh my God, I ain't got time for this, I haven't got time for this, I haven't got time for this. You're so busy, but I seriously want you to question, what are you busy with? Seriously, what are you busy with that you haven't got time for things that could make you get more progress in the akhirah? And if you really stop and you ask yourself a question, you'll see you're wasting time in certain things that you really don't need. Okay? That's your movement in the day that you're doing, and things that you filled your day with, that you can't make progress for the akhirah. Some people say that they haven't got that time, extra time to do dhikr, they haven't got extra time to spend with their Lord. Why not? I want to say, why not? What is it in your life that you've got as movement which is not progress? And if you have, you need to cut that down, because that's going to eat into you, my friend. And it's a waste of time. Some people have got, silly things that of movement, which is getting them no progress whatsoever. There's people who've started to invest in, let's say, I don't know, some business or even this cryptocurrency thing. There's people who, I don't get into the halal and haram all that right now, yeah. But I tell you one thing, yeah. There are people who are constantly looking at their phone all the time, looking at what the market price is. There are people constantly looking at shares or whatever. Now, that is a big waste of time, because it's occupying your mind all the time. and it's making you always look at that. So that is something that you should take in consideration. Anyway, Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.